First of all, let's talk about the transition which is currently happening. How easy is this transition likely to be? We have already seen some public message coming from the incoming Prime Minister, Mr. Magyar, in his latest Twitter X post. Following his meeting with the president, he criticized the president, said that the president does not really reflect the unity of the Hungarian people. And also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was also very striking and unconventional commentary on Viktor Orban himself, describing him as an absolute cinema, whilst looking at him from a balcony of the, what was presidential palace. I mean, how easy this transition is going to be for this country, for Hungary, you think, bearing in mind all that commentary and so forth?
Yeah, the question is extremely important because, you know, what we've seen during this extremely turbulent campaign between the two different parties was extremely visible, and the different parties followed their own internal and foreign policy vision regarding this. And we really didn't know that what will be the result until Sunday, because the different exit polls showed different results. But right after end of the election, it was totally clear that more than 3 million voters voted for Peter Magyar and the TISZ party. And what will be the situation with the continuity? It's also an important question. What is clear, Peter Magyar will be more pro-European, because it was also a flagship moment of his campaign during this situation before the election. But I'm 100% sure regarding the foreign policy, he will follow a very pragmatic foreign policy. Of course, the European situation, the EU situation is one of the most important because Hungary is part of the European Union, and also the other flagship moment was the NATO partnership, the war in Ukraine. But the Eastern policy will be also very important because Peter Magyar and also the new government wants to see how can they diversify their foreign policy, how can they diversify the energy security. And that's why will be also very important in the next few months how they will manage this important situation, because they need to find the way, they need to find the solution, how they can continue the foreign policy situation. But I see that kind of continues because also President Recep Tayyip Erdogan also expressed his gratitude to Peter Magyar, and as I've seen last night, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, the president of Kazakhstan, also congratulates to Peter Magyar, and Kabudincsbek Omuraliev, the Secretary General of the Organization of Turkic States, also expressed his gratitude to Peter Magyar. And as I read it, he also believed that they will continue this fruitful cooperation among the Turkic countries, as Hungary as an observer.